after 6. Here's something very clever. A brand new app, I hope I get this right, it's called Quick Lock 8. Is seeking to address and ensure the safety of passengers. The app is offering a solution to some of the biggest headaches in the taxi industry. I'm sure you can think of them along with me. Of course, bad driving, speeding and overloading. So how exactly does this work? Well, let's bring in to the conversation Quick Lock 8 founder. It's Mbavhalelo Mabogo. I'm going to call you Eminem. Morning, Eminem, or rather good evening. Eminem, am I saying it right? Am I getting the app's name right? Correct me if it's wrong.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
And then tell me about the app. It's very clever. Good evening.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me on your show. The goal of Quick Lock 8 is really to roll out technology that is going to digitize the whole taxi industry and really just help taxi owners managing their taxis better and managing it differently. So there's an opportunity that we've captured to use all these 4 technologies to assist taxi owners so that they can stay connected to the taxis even when the taxi is out of sight. And that's why this app is a good product that taxi owners have embraced and they've started using in managing their day-to-day activities.
So it's obviously very useful for taxi drivers and taxi owners in Mbavhalelo, but I imagine as well passengers would be able to use this if, for example, I imagine they're feeling unsafe or they can see if this is a taxi on the app that has had issues in the past. Tell me about how this actually keeps passengers safe. How do they make themselves more feel safer on an app like this?
Yeah, so recently now rolled out the patented AI camera that allows even taxi owners now to stream inside and be able to see in real time what is happening. Because what we wanted to really address is the safety element of people moving from one place to another. For a very long time, ever since the taxi industry has started, there will be and what we wanted to do right now is to roll out innovations that make the industry move forward, but also improves the safety of passengers. And the whole point is that taxi owners stay connected to the taxi, irrespective of where the taxi is, and they should be able to intervene in cases of something that happens, and they must be able to intervene very quickly. And that's why, we.
Oh dear, I hope we're not starting to lose the signal on you there as well. I was going to ask you this last question, I think, before we drop the signal completely on the Zoom this evening. So are the taxi owners and taxi drivers open to having a camera in their taxis? How open to the idea have they been?
Yeah, they are, because the taxi cam has new value to the industry. The taxi industry is not nowadays. It's got problems of high interest rates. It's got problems of inflation and high petrol prices. So when you come up with technology to add new value, but at the same time also add safety, taxi owners usually are very open to embrace that technology, and that's why right now you find that it's been, we've installed it and activated as far as KZN, we've installed it as far as Western Cape and Limpopo. And that's why, we are very proud we've been able to achieve, with the Quick Lock 8 taxi cam.
Yeah, it's such a shame because I'm going to say goodbye to you. I'm going to try one last question, Mbavhalelo. Unfortunately, I think the blackouts around the country is affecting your Zoom signals. So, and I'm sure we'll do a follow-up story with this, and we'll maybe send a reporter out and come and see how this works properly. But here's a last question to you. We're watching the visuals. We can see inside some of the taxis. Is the app currently available? Is it still going to be launched? Is it iOS? Is it Android? Just tell me where people can find it.
It's launched on all platforms. Huawei, it's launched on Android, it's launched on Apple iOS. You can just go to Google, the Play Store of the operating system. You can just be able to make contact with us on, on Facebook at Quick Lock 8, and then we'll be able to send our talented technicians to come there and just activate it, and then just so the problems are eliminated from driver monitoring, from driver management to now using this AI technologies to unlock new values such as and also improving safety of the commuters.
Absolutely. I think it's very important for passengers to be able to report any issues as well. And, of course, the taxi owners. Very, very clever. Mbavhalelo, I'm very sorry that it looks like the signal was dropping us. We dropped out a little bit, but I think everyone got the idea of what it is, because when it comes to taxi safety, I think it's a genius idea. Quick Lock 8 founder Mbavhalelo Mabogo joining us. Apologies for those watching at home. Every now and then, I'm afraid the blackouts do cause a bit of havoc with connections on Zoom, but I think we got the idea. Very, very clever. I'm sure we'll do a follow-up story on that with Quick Lock 8 regarding safety of passengers on taxis. So you can go download it, iOS and also the Android Google Play Store. We're back with you in just a moment.